And did you do any research? Are you keeping any statistics?
Well, no, this is my first pilot, but you know, in nonviolent communication, for many years, there's a number of schools internationally that that are nonviolent communication skills and training.
You know, if there's any research that shows like the violence and absenteeism is down with that? Like, let me just draw a parallel. It's like some public schools have stopped like serving soft drinks and sugar and other things, and they notice a lot of their problems drop precipitously.
Right. Well, I know that in some schools, teacher satisfaction has increased because as they have more of a harmonious environment, children have a better tendency to learn when they're not bringing home, you know, when they're not focusing on stressful situations or they're feeling safe in the classroom. So I think that the statistics are actually pretty scant on that from my understanding.
Yeah. All right. So what do you teach a first grader, you know, about nonviolent communication? Where do you start and how do you proceed, and how often did you meet with the students? And
okay. Well, I had the help of a teacher who is a good friend of mine, and actually she is, I brought the nonviolent communication and she helped me operationalize it to a first grade's understanding. So it was a collaborative effort on our part. But part of it was to get children's agreement and enlist their agreement to what kind of a classroom did they want to create. You know, what kind of a classroom do we want to have? And children are very verbal about, you know, wanting everyone to be nice and play nice together and be kind to each other. And so, you know, we just build on that, and we help them have a vocabulary of feelings and needs, and to know the difference between wanting something and needing something.
Okay. And do you use like pictures to go along with this?
We use actually puppets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I would have known. I would have asked you to bring your puppets.
I thought about it. I thought about it, but nonviolent communication uses a couple of different puppets. They use a giraffe and a jackal. And so a jackal, you know, there's their actual ears that you put on your head. And when you put these ears on, if you're blaming and judging or calling someone names or so forth, we're jackaling out to someone else and using jackal language. If we're turning the ears backwards on ourselves, we're actually berating ourselves and being hard on ourselves and cruel to ourselves. And when we're using the giraffe ears, the giraffe is the largest land animal with the largest heart. And so when we're using our giraffe ears, then we're listening empathically to other people, and when we turn our ears on towards ourselves, we're being compassionate and loving to ourselves. So we teach children, and it's really a metaphor for thinking. So we're not trying to teach them that, you know, a giraffe is good and a jackal's bad. We're just trying to show that, you know, they stand for a part of us that is our thinking.
Well, and I would just think it would help improve observation abilities. Did you know there's a club, a giraffe club? It's for people that want to stick their necks out.
Yeah.
That are willing to take risks. Now, you wrote a little role play.
Yes.
So you want to give it a shot?
Okay.
Mom.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to be the mom. I could be the dad too. But what we're doing is I'm having a conversation with my son. And
namely me.
Namely you. Your name is Josh. That's okay.
That's fine.
All right. So you're about 18, 19. So let me see. I'll put on my glasses here. Okay. So I would say, Josh, I noticed you smelled of alcohol last night when you came home. And I'm concerned about your drinking and driving because I care about safety. Can we talk about this?
Mom, stop telling me what to do. I'm not a child anymore.
So, are you feeling frustrated because you'd like some respect for your autonomy? You'd really like to make your own choices at this point, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of tired of being told what to do?
You'd be tired too.
Yeah. Well, I probably would, son, but I am concerned about your safety. And I'd like to find a way that you can make choices and I can have some peace of mind. Would you be willing to talk more about this evening?
Okay. All right. I'll do it.
Yeah, okay. So, I guess I'd like to ask you what your experience was that from Josh's point of view.
Well, when we practiced before the show, I was really angry and frustrated. I didn't feel that now. I mean, my thought was, my mom's been dead since, 1995. It was almost nice to have like a conversation with someone. But no, I would say when I initially did this, there was a lot of anger and frustration there. Mm-hmm. And I was also in the role, so I was thinking, I'm buzzed right now. Leave me alone. You're killing my buzz. Because Josh had a drinking problem. So.
Right. Well, I probably wouldn't mention that necessarily at that moment, I think, when he came home, but I certainly would, the next day and kind of talk about it. But one of the things that I'm particularly wanting to do with Josh is have that kind of trust and that kind of communication, and I want to connect with him. I don't want to make him bad or wrong at this time. I mean, I could jump into blocking that communication and, educating him about the dangers of drinking and driving and so forth, or grounding him, or going into some other dialogue like that, but it would shut down our communication. And I'm really trying to connect with him. There's a saying in NVC, and that means to connect before correct. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really just trying to hear from his perspective what's going on, and then also share my needs, and then open the dialogue up to some strategizing of how we can both get our needs met. Yeah.